All right.
We began.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Ivan. So today I have an exciting guest today called Ivan Philip Baguma. All the videos I've watched of you, you always say your three names. I like that. I do like that. And he's a nutritionist. Thank you for coming to educate us or to lie to us. We'll be the judge, right?
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, I've been seeing your show on my social media feed. I'm like, hey, actually, now I'm actually here, so that's okay. Yeah.
So you felt like I need to go and educate these people about nutrition.
Yeah.
So Ivan is a nutritionist, and I'm very curious. What exactly is a nutritionist?
Well, a nutritionist is someone who actually helps you when it comes to understanding food and how it benefits you. It's like a medical doctor and a food scientist maybe have a merger. That's a nutritionist. Somebody who understands the human body, the whole human frame, but also understands food and how it's processed and how it's used in your body. Simplest way possible.
Okay.
Food doctor.
Okay.
You asked me what a nutritionist is.
What exactly a nutritionist is? And you said it's a merger between a medical doctor and a
Food scientist. More like a nutritionist is somebody who understands how food is used in the human body. So they educate you, they can actually guide you and support you using food as medicine.
Food as medicine, like basically not to just eat for the sake of getting full,
Yes.
but how do you use the things that are in nature to benefit specific parts of your body?
Exactly. That's what you can call it. So there's a nutritionist and then there's a dietitian as well.
Oh, are they different or?
One is a subset of the other. A nutritionist, sometimes in other countries, it's something like a general term. People can even call themselves nutritionists when they haven't had some form of degree in nutrition or dietetics training.
Okay.
However, in other places, it's a protected term.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
just say nutritionist unless you have a background in nutrition and dietetics. Not food science, not medicine. Yeah, it's nutrition and dietetics. Then the dietitian is somebody who specializes in actually using diet as a therapy, where you use the food as actual medicine.
As actual medicine.
Yeah, so you're licensed and you are accredited and registered to do something like that. So you're able to use food to make special diets for people who have diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, cancer, autoimmunity,
so
you
many
name
things,
it.
yeah.
So that's where the dietitian comes in. So the different specializations, then you find the nutritionist can even be public health, can be something else. But dietetics is specifically for that clinical
that clinical thing.
Yeah,
Okay, I understand.
Yes.
I understand. So where did you get this interest from? Because like when people usually venture into medicine, I've heard of surgeons and blah 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 blah, and that seems to be a little bit unique. It's now popular in other countries, but in Nigeria, I'm just saying it's just starting to come up. So where did this interest?
For nutrition?
Yeah.
My nutrition interest came because I lost someone very close to me. That was my mom. At age 14, it was very preventable. Now I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
first I
you
did
know.
not know.
Yeah, you didn't.
It was due to lifestyle challenges.
Okay.
So first you maybe gain a lot of weight, you become obese because of a sedentary job. After that happens, you get obesity. After obesity, you get high blood sugar. First, high blood pressure actually. So the high blood pressure, you get high blood pressure meds. Eventually, you get diabetes type 2. Diabetes type 2, you get the medication. Eventually, your kidneys begin to shut down. When the kidneys shut down, then kapoof. But I thought that maybe, okay, if I could be a very good doctor, then maybe I'll prevent such people from dying. I thought like the doctors didn't do enough. So I thought. But later when I learned that actually, there's little a doctor can do for you in that kind of state.
That kind of
except
stage.
for giving you medicine. So the only other solution was lifestyle and diet. That was the long-term solution. So I said, let me now do this and prevent, because the lecturer in the first lecture said, he's not the president actually of the association, African Federation of Nutrition Societies, called Dr. Fungo. He mentioned and said, actually, if you do this course, you will learn and know how to prevent illness using food.
Using
things
food,
like diabetes, you can reverse that, doing things like high blood pressure, and much more.
Very many cancers can be prevented.
So I was sold. I was like, let me do this course. This is what I want to do. So I was very serious. I became even the association president for Students Association. I moved on to, I just
like that.
pushed it until where I am now.
I do like that. I'm very curious. You do have clients right now, yes?
Yes, I do.
I'm curious about the age bracket of your clients.
Oh.
Yes, because I noticed usually it's people who are older, men or women who are older, maybe 50 and above, who tend to be more careful what they eat. And then it's so weird and like a bit, you'll find more people now, with ability, of course, in their 50s, you find them healthier than the people in their late 20s and 30s and 40s, because they're being a little bit more deliberate in what they eat, their kind of lifestyle. So it's very funny. Like you find a 50-something, you know, or a 60-something, quite really fit and quite really, even more than the 30-year-old something.
Okay. First, of course.
So that's why I was curious about the age brackets of people who are, yes.
Okay, my clientele is a huge range. And honestly, a very huge range. You find people from the stage of being still in the womb.
Okay.
The ladies who are expectant
Okay,
mothers.
okay, I see that.
And you find their children and infants. Then it goes all the way to like, I think the oldest client I have seen was 86 years.
86 years,
and that person was supported to at least reverse their high blood sugar, their diabetes type 2. And they also got to lose lots of weight to become healthy. That's the
become
oldest.
Healthy, yeah.
Then for the youngest one, I would say the ones who are still in the womb.
Who are still in the
womb. So it's a big range. But
the
highest concentration of clients I have are between the ages of 35, 30, all the way to like 60, maybe 70, yeah.
Maybe
there.
70, yeah.
40 to 70, around there. So the highest concentration is like 40 to 50, 35 to 55.
So
lately,
lately, okay.
I have lots of clients who at least inquire. Who are between usually teenagers, because nowadays there's a lot of childhood obesity. It's really a big deal, eh?
Yes.
So unless the parent is able to sponsor them, there may be a different story. But I try to do some pro bono services here and there. And then you find that the other people, sometimes you find that the ones who are older, let's say 40 and 50, are more able to actually take on the services because they do cost a bit.
They do cost a bit, yes. Sure.
But others would love to be, just that maybe they might not come to my kind of service because it's quite premium.
Okay, yeah. So do you think people should only look into what they eat and nutrition and like food benefits beyond enjoyment, when they're at that stage of maybe the disease or where they are, or even if someone feels healthy and fit no matter what age, they should start looking into what they eat? Like, what do you think?
I think they should start much earlier. It's
way
so
much
hard
earlier,
to break a habit you have learned over time. It's easier if you actually...
By habit, like, what do you mean?
If I'm eating unhealthy food,
okay.
It's not just about food. It's a habit. So where you find food, what you shop, it becomes a lifestyle.
It becomes a lifestyle. And I think like where we are right now, especially concerning the poverty or the wrong education of Africa, we are told that if someone is wealthy, then they should eat. Exactly.
Look like money.
Yes, and they should eat. If you're wealthy, that means you should eat pizzas every day. You should eat all this junk food and blah, blah, blah. It's in a way associated with. And yet you find the so-called wealthy people moving more towards the organic food, the healthy food. So I don't know, like if people should take more notice of that.
It's a mindset shift that's required. Mindset shift, really. Because right now we have a double burden. We have people who are very malnourished in Uganda, but we also have people who are overnourished.
Okay.
Yes, it's a double, actually triple burden.
Triple burden,
It's like a whole triple burden. Some are malnourished, some are overnourished. While others have micronutrient deficiencies because of hidden hunger. Someone is full satisfied, but they have missing vitamins in their body.
Missing vitamins. Actually, when you speak of that, I had a story of a guy who was in the UK, and he got sick. Like he got very, I don't know, like very skinny and what, and for months and months, the doctors tried to check what was wrong with him. Nothing was wrong, and he eventually had to come back home, but he was literally dying. Like they just told him, we don't know what kind of disease you have, but you clearly have it, and you're very sick, and there's nothing. We've given you all sorts of antibiotics, all sorts of medicine. Nothing is helping, so he had to come back. And when he came back here, a doctor here told him he had TB. And the cause of the TB was apparently when he was in the UK, he was freezing a lot of his food for a very long time. Now he was eating food, but was eating food that was dead. Like it's not rotten, but all the nutrients are gone. Like
most of the nutrients are out.
Yes,
denatured by the
yes. So
freezing.
basically, he was eating, like you said, and getting full, but like not getting
The
any single.
micronutrients.
Yes, nothing. So his immune system was
not working very well.
exactly.
Interesting. That's a very nice story. I should tell that to my next client. Yes.
Yeah. So
That's a big deal. So that's a fuel burden. Yes, there's all that. So you find that it's a very huge challenge. So right now, people think that maybe if I eat lots of pizza, then I'm much more affluent. If you give me greens, you're giving me food for poor people.
Or poor people. Why you give me
They'll
dodo?
tell you, where's the food on the plate? You give them maybe say a salad or something, like, where's the food on the plate? Where's the food? They could have made it. Like that. Yes.
But I feel like, and I think I've noticed it also in people in the US versus Europe, where they used to say that, our ancestors used to eat all this food, they used to eat all this wheat, and they used them to grow fat. But now, you eat the same amount of food, and it has all these effects on you. So, like, did something go wrong somewhere, like in the food that we have? Because you see that all the food that you have, like right now, is overprocessed. You have GMOs. I know that GMOs tend to be misunderstood. Of course, there's some good sides to GMOs, but we know that most of them, like especially like our food that you call the natural food, like it eventually loses its like, what do you call it?
The nutrient content, the value,
the nutrient content. So is it the food that we're eating? Yeah, because you want to be like, like I'm eating normal food, I'm doing all this, but
okay, there's the food. There's the food. The food could be traditional food. However, the challenge is the lifestyle change. Back then, people used to
but
walk
let's say,
for distances.
what exactly do you mean lifestyle?
People used to walk for long distances.
Oh yes.
Others used to dig the whole day in the garden.
That's true.
Yeah. Others used to move with animals for long distances.
That's true.
Now, if I sit on my desk with a laptop, maybe with a smartphone, and I'm eating the same portion size as they used to eat,
Those people used to move, yes.
Totally different story.
That's true.
They used to spend some days without eating, not because there's no food, but because maybe the season has changed.
The season has changed.
Or,
and they didn't,
or they ate last night.
Yeah.
So something like that. So the food presence was not the same as it is now, the abundance. And if it's there, they didn't have that much time to eat all that food. They had a lot of activities. Nowadays, you enter your car, it's tinted, you drive from point A to point B. You say, I'm eating local food. It's only boiled. But somehow you put on a lot of weight, you become obese, and then you have trouble with other things. So despite the food remaining the same and local, let's assume the food is not processed at all.
Yeah.
The issue now would be the lifestyle. The physical activity is very low. People are sedentary.
Yeah, that's true.
The kind of demands our bodies have are much less. People used to be in war. They used to fight.
Yeah, that is true.
Some days you won't have food because ideally you're fighting.
You're fighting.
Other days you've been digging. If you know people who dig,
building
they
your own
usually have
home.
like a heavy breakfast. Then they
go
dig. It's maybe say in the evening before the sun goes down. So ideally they don't eat. It's not the same exact thing. Nowadays you come home at midnight, you start eating your plate of chips.
So true.
It's a different story.
So true. So true. Yes, that is right. Interesting. Interesting. So do you recommend like certain foods to people? Do you now when you're recommending, do you just tell them, get this, or do you source the actual food yourself? Because these days when I go to the market, I notice there is a difference. When you go, they ask you Kawanda or you want the original one, or like when you go, because noticing like food is starting to taste different, right? Yeah, and like usually like when you ask the lady, but the potatoes you gave me, or the matoke you gave me, they're like, that was Kawanda. So you have to ask this one over from Bara. So now like there are differences like in the food, like organic and non-organic. I don't know, like is there like a huge difference? Should we watch out
for that?
Yes, or we should just focus on mainly lifestyle and as long as we're eating. Yeah.
Now here's the thing. When it comes to food types, the food where it's sourced from, ideally organic food is much more preferred. Reason being is that organic, I don't mean organic compound, but I mean like the food is maybe grown with minimal use of pesticides or none. Yes. Yeah. And not modified genetically speaking. So you're not only supporting the smallholder farmer, but their whole livelihood and their families. You encourage them to keep what? Working. You want to have more small farms doing food than having many big corporations controlling the food. Because food can be weaponized that way.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's
yes,
one.
yes,
Then the other
yes,
thing
I've
about
seen that.
genetically modified organisms or the food, there's sometimes they increase the resistance to bacteria, the resistance to drought and much more. So there are those benefits to those foods. But we don't yet know what will happen in a long period of time
A
of
long
using
period
such
of
foods.
time.
You
Yes,
get it? So
and there's
there's
actually
limited data on that. So
yes.
you might find other challenges later on.
Yes, that's true. And actually, there is a farmer that told me that if you're trying to plant organic, let's say organic nuts and blah blah, but your neighbor, like in the farm, is planting GMO, yeah, that apparently your things will die. So most of them have no option but to like just go the other way. Yes, yes. In some way, it's like a biological weapon or something.
Yes,
yes, it's very
so ideally,
weaponized.
imagine having food which has no seeds. Yeah, it means that you have to always buy the seeds from the person who sold you the food. So you have to keep paying.
You have to keep
to
paying.
plant.
Yeah.
You can't plant your food.
They can manufacture drought. Like if they said we'll withhold the seeds, then you have no food.
So they control policy and other things. So that's another angle as well. So it has to do with politics and governance, and food can be used that way. Yes.
Yeah, and like sometimes, like you said, like we don't have to wait for our politicians to do these things, but if we go out and put the demand, I want organic, I want, we'll encourage the farmers, like you said.
You actually ask for food that's organic and you prefer food that's not sprayed a lot with pesticides, people will begin to stock more of that food.
That's true.
That's just naturally how it is. If you have a lot of billboards advertising other unhealthy food, and you always want unhealthy food, and you pay a lot of money for unhealthy food, the investors also decide to invest in what? Unhealthy foods, because the return on investment is quite high. Yes.
So is there a relationship? Because you said something that I hadn't thought of. You said that you have a lot of unborn
clients.
Yes, unborn clients.
Yes.
So is there like a relationship between childbirth and the ease of childbirth with the diet and nutrition of the expectant mother?
Yes, that's very important. I'm going to talk about the ease of delivery, but I can talk about the nourishment of the child, the way their brain develops, how their spinal cord is closed up properly. If you have low folate, that's vitamin B9, the child can be produced with an incomplete spinal cord.
Oh, wow.
Or a very big head. They call it hydrocephalus.
Okay,
it's a big thing. So it's
a
real challenge. So you find that if you don't have proper nutrition in the first 1,000 days, or the days before you get pregnant, you have risk of such challenges. You have to have plenty of iron.
So the days before you get pregnant are also very important. Because I know some people who are only planning, or when I get pregnant, then I will get healthy.
Even before you get pregnant. The quality of sperm, the quality of ova is much affected.
I know that you said. I saw a thing where they said that sometimes the placenta, or the health of the placenta or something, and like the morning sickness that the mother goes through, it usually depends on how healthy the father of the child is, their lifestyle and their nutrition and stuff like that. Like if the father is not taking is not taking care of themselves, then more than likely the mother is good. Yes, well. Yes.
There's lots of links, of course, when you are sharing, first of all, cells. It's a very different story. So if your cells are not good quality, it could affect the other person. But there are emerging links about that. Ideally, the quality of the vigor of the male can also affect the type of child. You don't even have to look very far if you get offended. Just look at, maybe if you look at when you're doing farming. When you look at certain animals, there are some you prefer to mate with you.
Yes.
Because of the certain traits they have.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The way they've been feeding,
stronger, the way
the
they've
strength,
been feeding,
the resilience, the immunity.
Yes.
So you want that to be passed on to the child as well.
The child, okay, that makes sense.
So it would be that kind of case, the quality. Yeah, but there are many other factors, so we can't say this is just the only factor. There are many confounding factors that notwithstanding will still affect the child. So the stress levels of the mother, the alcohol intake, maybe say cigarette smoking. It could be the level of her feeding, what she eats, her diet, her current physical state. Could she be anemic? Could she be overweight?
I see.
And could she have high blood pressure before she conceived? Those are also things that could be risky to the child.
I see that.
Yeah. So which means if you go to for childbirth and the weight is too high, or they have other issues like high blood pressure or high blood sugar, sometimes the C-section is preferred.
Okay,
the risks are too high. That's what happens usually.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
So it can be much easier if someone is fit, active, and healthy. Yeah.
When you were talking about your clients, you said that, well, the services that you offer are very, so not everyone can
They're
afford.
just personalized.
Yes.
That's the word you want to use. It's
Yes,
it is
personalized,
tailored.
yes, tailored,
Yeah.
but still not as cheap, right? Yeah, yes. So I know that there's a certain age bracket, that may shy away. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, but the problem is not shying away. The problem, I think, is a complete lack of interest. Like, understand, of where they are waiting until they grow older or until they get richer
Until they
to
see
start.
real challenges.
Yes, to start making better decisions. And yet, I feel like I'm sometimes vigor and youth that you feel now can be maintained. Like, you don't have to wait for them. So even though, they may not be able to afford Ivan's services and Ivan's expertise, you're still able to get interested and like start from where.
You are.
Yes.
Okay, here's the thing. Ideally, we have social media you can follow us on at The Amicable Nutritionist. We give free tips.
What are your social media handles?
At The Amicable Nutritionist.
At The Amicable Nutritionist. Okay.
Like, that's on TikTok, that's on Instagram, You can just, we give free information there.
Free information,
We give encouragement, we give different tips. You don't have to wait to come and see me in a consultation.
You don't have to wait for the dollar bills.
No, also it's not very, it's not that costly. It's just, it's a perceived value.
Okay, yeah.
For those who understand the value of the service,
value they will,
I think our prices are quite the lowest. Yeah, if you understand the value of that service. Because if I give you an example, if you want to do research and benchmark, go to any other country and ask to see a dietitian or nutritionist. And in most cases, you find the schedule is booked up for like 3 months up front. And the cost is not less than $100.
$100.
Yeah, so even $100 or $60, depending on the reviews and the like. But that is because of their community has embraced the importance of that.
They understand the value.
Here, it's very affordable, man. It starts at 50K. 50K, even a person who is just doing pocket money can pay that one.
Yes, they can pay that.
Yes.
But until they understand the value,
but first
if they know the value, yes.
You understand the value, even if you told them it was 20K, they would still not understand the value. And
that's true. And they'll still be like, no.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you still have some doubts, so you don't know what Ivan is talking about, you can start by educating yourself, going to the Amicable Nutritionist.
Yeah.
Yes. Try to listen and understand the value. Yeah. So Ivan, I know you're a Christian, right? Yeah. A spiritual Christian. Yes.
There's a difference.
Oh my God.
I'm not a Christian, I'm a spiritual person.
Well, they're supposed to be, but there's a difference right now. There's that, what you call the Jewish Christianity. And the Jewish Christianity, the Christianity, like Paul's Christianity, and then there is the religious Christianity.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I understand. I don't know if I'm wrong. Are you like the religious or the Jewish, like the spiritual Christian?
I'm a spiritual Christian.
Yeah. So are there some things that you've learned, in your spiritual Christianity that can be applied to your nutrition thing, or are there two separate things, or do they clash?
Or do they clash?
Yes.
Very interesting question. Before I get to that, before someone even gets maybe to meet us in offices, we also give people actually food. We deliver them food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you have a hard time preparing this food at home, we do that for them.
Yeah.
We make sure we help them, support them with their health and their wellness. In terms of corporate wellness, we do talks, we do media, and much more. That being said, now answering your question, my spiritual Christian and my things clash. Ideally, being a spiritual Christian, there's some things that I've come to learn.
Okay.
The first thing I come to appreciate is that spiritual wellness is as important as physical wellness.
Okay.
In other words, if someone's spirit is sick, the body will be sick too.
What does that mean exactly?
If someone is sad, unhappy, depressed, they most likely are just one moment away from having maybe say a bacterial infection or immunity. You get it? Or UTI.
Yeah.
It's very easy to get those challenges when you're in that kind of state. I've also noticed that in many cases, some people begin to superimpose and make physical health much more important than spiritual health. And I think we've had challenges in this nation, ideally, before, where you have challenges whereby there's a bit of pushback on policy, trying to classify churches as non-essential, and then they say doctors are more essential, and I disagree with that. Yes, they're as important, if not more, when it comes to spiritual side. Now, the other things I've noticed to do with the spirituality and maybe said to do with health, there's some documented testimonies of who actually get healing. Real healing. Maybe say someone has had high blood pressure, or they had diabetes, and they got healed. Maybe say through a spiritual touch, it could be through prophetic word, something powerful. Spiritually, can actually heal them. I do believe in that, and I have seen that with my own two eyes as a scientist, and you can even verify the before and after files.
Yeah.
The other bit I have also noticed is that there's some simple things that spirituality teaches us, like forgiveness, honestly speaking. Just by being more forgiving, there's some things that you let go of so much negative energy, but also health-wise, it's much, much better for you.
Yeah.
There's lots of linkage between autoimmunity and cancers to unforgiveness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, something as simple as saying thank you can actually make you feel much better in terms of endorphins, which are the relaxation and making you have a much better mood.
Yeah.
Having a simple prayer before you take your meal can change the structure of the water. Now that's when it also goes into quantum what? This is not going to that, but that's like quantum level of science. Eh?
Science, yeah.
So actually the molecules and the shape of what you're going to eat can change just by you being grateful to receive it.
Yes, yeah.
So there's so many
that even your attitude towards now what you're eating, you're more happier,
Exactly. How you
and
think.
your belief system is now, oh, I'm eating something good, it's going to do. Okay, yeah.
If someone is very excited and very happy, even though there's everything else out there looking very negative, chances are they heal much faster. Even if you go to a hospital ward, because I've been in the ward several times, someone who's hopeful, prayerful, and excited, many cases, sometimes, will recover faster than another person with the same exact issue, the same exact numbers. So there are those relationships. Does it conflict with what my practice in dietetics conflict with faith? No, not really. Ideally, people usually tell about faith, right? And they'll say, I have faith, I'm going to be healed. Now, I know that faith is a substance and evidence of things unseen, right? So if you have faith, you're going to be healed, you should be healed. You get it?
Yeah.
However, if you're not feeling well and you need my support, I will help you.
Yeah.
I will not beat you down. In terms of your belief system. If you want to be healed based on faith, it's okay.
It's okay. And people have different levels, and also that faith will work for you where you are. Exactly. Maybe right now you're still operating in hope, but you don't have the actual faith to you don't have that substance. Well. So then Ivan can walk with you in that hope, and you can use things God created, according to that, that level,
but
even, where you are.
Even if you don't go very far, there's simple things that happen in spirituality. For example, people usually fast. Yeah. If you know the benefits of fasting, let's leave in the spiritual side.
The spiritual side.
You actually get less toxins into your body that come through food. You will get to have to feel better. Your cells regenerate themselves.
They regenerate
through the fasting.
Yes.
And then you get much more clarity of mind and heart. There are all of those benefits as well. If you find
do you sometimes practice fasting?
Yeah, sure I do.
When was the last time and how often? I'm just curious about your routine.
If it's a lifestyle.
No. Because I've noticed people do fasting very differently. There is fasting and there is intermittent fasting. So I'm just curious about the kind of routine that you would recommend.
Personally, the fasting I do, because there are two things. There's the one I do and the one I recommend. Depending on the challenges, because everybody has a different requirement or a different goal.
I see.
If you're fasting for health reasons, you can do it with a smoothie fast, where you have smoothies every 3 hours. You can do a smoothie fast if you want to lose weight quickly for your wedding. 3 kgs in 3 days. This stuff can work for you.
Smoothie, okay.
But for me, to fast, I usually fast for 3 days straight, but that would be for spiritual reasons. If it's for food, I don't really fast a lot when it comes to food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I do take, what else? I don't really do a lot of fasting when it comes to food. At least not for, because what I've come to learn is that you can still eat food and feel satisfied and get the goal you want. Yes,
but true.
Those other interventions can be there if you want a quick result, or if it's what you desire, or it's what you're used to. Yeah, so that's that line.
Yeah. And like when you were talking about food and the benefits of food and how to use food to help you. Yes, I noticed in China, they're now teaching kids, like it's part, I think it's a subject, traditional Chinese medicine, where they focus on their herbal things, on food, and like all these things that they've been taught. And like there is a mixture of a little bit of spirituality, but it's not like worship spirituality, but it's sort of like understand how food can affect your energy, or this is that, So that is a lot more in the East. But we tend not to find that like in the West so much, like in America and Europe. And then you find places where they even like refuse and look down on, if you try to tell someone maybe be happier, or try to take away, you know, and they're like, oh, you have to stick to the science, like you have to stick to taking tabs, you know, and like things like that. Yeah.
Ideally,
so have you looked into
that kind of field?
Into the Eastern?
Oh, you mean the Ayurvedic and the Chinese Ayurvedic and
yes,
herbal
like
remedies?
all the things, because they're very. It's
yes.
a whole like wide.
The answer is
wide
yes.
thing. The answer is yes. Yeah.
I actually do stock some of those things.
Really?
I do have ashwagandha for stress management. I do have Panas ginseng to help with heart health and sexual wellness. I do have some matcha tea to help with weight management, helping with alertness, metabolism to be boosted, and just to support you detoxify and lose weight much faster. I do look into all those things. I even have, what do you call it? Sometimes algae like spirulina, you know? Oh. Yes, I do look into them. I do understand how beneficial they are, and they're helpful for health. Yeah. So natural remedies are good things. Now, in terms of the spiritual side of the food and the energy levels and all those things, it would be people who frown down on saying, maybe follow the science, and they're like, that's a cult. That's the simplest way I can say it. Some people worship science. I'll give you a simple example. You are not there when they're doing the research, right?
Exactly.
But you believe that that's the correct thing. We've seen cases whereby we had that whole lockdown, and they said that if you social distance from somebody, then the virus won't get you, right? Yeah. But that is not scientific at all. Yes, scientists were the ones communicating such things. Yeah. Because ideally the mask, when you look at the molecule of a virus, the size and the space of the mask that we're told to wear, and if it's an airborne virus, for as long as you're in the same room, it doesn't matter if you're wearing 10 masks. True. Yeah, like it's gonna still jump into the area. So sometimes you have to actually look for the source documents. Read on your own, actually. Read on your own. Sometimes you don't know what agenda you're following. What agenda you're following, and like you're just going through something. You don't know what actually the science is. You're saying the scientists have said. Who are those experts? Who are those scientists? Find out who. Yeah. Look at the actual documents. Read them yourself. Who was funding those things? And who funded the research? That's very key. Because I know, it's like most doctors are told, if you sell this medicine, there's like a commission for you. Or if I jab you with something and we see the results, I can give you some more funding. Because you're helping me with my research. Exactly. So we cannot always trust with... I know we grew up in a society, especially like from the 60s, they're coming to. Like, we'll grow up like in these systems of like, oh, the system is good, so you have to trust it. Like, whatever they tell you on the news, whatever the doctors say, just go with it because you've seen it work. Like, we've seen societies that have prospered, like, according to that system, But, like, right now, we are seeing things unraveling, like, of where now you can no longer trust exactly, the thing that you're hearing. Like, you have to do your own research. Like, you have to be able to look into, like, don't blindly trust, Also, you can just look at the results. Sometimes you can just look at the outcome of those things, and then see if they're actually the things that are working or not working. But I won't go too much into controversy. But true. Ideally, if you have an expert who you trust, at least let it be a relationship you build with that person. Why is that the case? Because sometimes you get to hear a lot of experts who have no names, no faces, but they're dictating something. They're dictating something. And someone will be like, oh, there is this article. And then there's cancellation or silencing. If someone speaks something contrary, they're like, no, don't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that. So there's a problem. Because it's usually going against something, like a product that they made. So if you tell someone that if you want to, whatever your obesity or something, that maybe eat this first or do this, and then someone made their own tab somewhere. Of course, I'll tell you. So it's right? I'll give you a simple example. Yeah. The Ayurvedic medicine, because right now it's not clear who benefits from it the most. But Big Pharma is very clear about who benefits from that. There are actual individual owners behind that. So obviously they'll be campaigning the natural remedy. Yes, now, true. There are limitations on both sides. Like dosages on the natural remedy side. Yes, no one knows. However, there are experts who study such things and actually take it to a point where they research very well and prove these things to work in certain areas. And before a medicine becomes pharmacological, or a pharmacy drug, it usually comes through all those stages of research.
Yes, of
to get
research,
there.
true.
That's another thing. The other bit you need to look into, simple things about funding. You find that people say wine is good for your health. However, doctors were paid to say that. Ideally, the wine has resveratrol, which is present in grapes. So grapes are good for your health.
Yeah,
However, I'll tell you wine is good for your health because there's a paycheck.
it's a paycheck, true.
Because grapes don't sell as much as wine would.
Yeah.
So it's something
yeah.
like that. But with all that stuff, people shouldn't be so worried. Just start simply, make simple choices, and think logically sometimes. Some things just make sense.
Makes sense,
If you say eat your balanced diet, and your balanced diet is making you obese, why don't you change it to a recommended diet?
Yeah.
Maybe try to cut out a few things, manage your portion control. Lots of foods. Again, for example, maybe sausages. It's well known and it's on public health guidelines and on the WHO website. If you trust them, it's there and it says that this actually causes cancer. But people won't tell you that.
Yes, that's
right?
true.
Because people make a lot of money from selling sausages.
Yes, that's true.
So ideally, it's linked up in the same category as smoking cigarettes. But if you speak such things, people want to lynch you.
Yes, people
right?
want to lynch you.
And then they get surprised when they get hormonal imbalances and they get other health challenges as well.
And speaking of hormonal imbalances, like I've noticed almost everything right now that you see, from lotions, perfumes, soaps, food, noodles, like the most random thing, like you could name one thing, and if you do a little research, like as long as it's processed or whatever, it leads to hormonal imbalances, infertility issues. And I'm like, why? Like, why is it? No. I don't know, it's like some kind of warfare. Like, why is everything like so bad for us these days? And I'm not trying to scare you, because I know that's also another trap. I've seen people who have noticed like, oh, vegetable oil is bad for you. And they're not wrong. Toothpaste, blah, blah, blah. These lotions that have these things, these deodorants, and they've gone on the extreme of where now, as much as they're being careful, they live in so much fear that they end up getting the very things that they're trying to avoid. Because of fear? Yes, because it's like that thing, like, I'm going to quote the Bible, where like you want to save your life so much that you lose it, He who wants to keep his life shall lose it. Yes. Yeah. Of where now, and like it's not a bad thing, You notice, oh, the wheat is poisoned, blah, 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 blah. This is poison, and like, they're not lying, But now you go over where, like, I'm going to stop eating these things, But it's not in the right energy. It's more of in fear. So they eventually get the things that they're running away from. People usually avoid a lot of things, but don't replace with the correct thing. With the correct things. So that's why I always recommend you see an expert for that kind of thing. Because the challenge is if you're going to cut out something, make sure you are replacing. And they start starving. And they become groggy, moody, and say, I'm on your diet, watch diet. Who should that? Yes. And I've seen people who have said, oh, meat is bad for you, and they've gone on the extremes, but now they had to come back to that diet because they were dying. They needed the animal protein. There's always benefits for each type of food. I'm not a vegan or an advocate for that. I recommend you can have bits of meat, you can have some bits of vegetables, lots of meat, just eat in the correct proportions and eat well. Healthy eating is not philosophies. Someone gives you this paleo diet, then there's then there's keto diet, there's what? Man, just eat a variety of food, different colors, different sources of food, nuts, vegetables, seeds, grains, legumes. Just eat different food groups and enjoy them in variety. That's it. It comes to energy-giving food, no more than a fist. You can say my fist is smaller than someone else's fist. You use your fist. You get it? Something simple as that. Just simple ways to eat healthy. Without overcomplicating life. Don't make it too complicated. Make it simple. Simplify it. Because you eat food and not nutrients. If you can identify it as food and you can check for it in the ground and find it, or you can see the animal that gave you that food, then you can know that's food. That you can know that's food. If the thing is there and the color is not clear, it's not close to the clear thing, then you can maybe be skeptical about it. Lately there are rules, and right now I think the Nutrition Society of Uganda and the Allied Nutrition Association of Uganda are going to push a lot to have front pack labeling, whereby it tells you on the cover of salami that will tell you that this causes cancer. You know how cigarettes used to be? Yes, so that you can know when you're buying it. When you're buying it. Because it happens in other countries. You notice that they write there behind, this has been linked to infertility and cancer. It's a small thing there. It is there. So they're trying to push for it to come to the front. So it's not, these things are not bad in moderation.
A burger here and there won't kill you.
Yes, true.
But the thing is that overindulgence would be troublesome. Even if you said you eat boiled food, and the boiled food you eat is like lusania, you still be overweight and still have challenges.
Yes,
so,
so we need a little bit of common sense as well. Yeah.
Ideally.
Yes.
Yeah, that also applies.
And as we're choosing the better choices, it's still, we're not telling you to live in fear of all the other things, because that can also be a trap in itself, right?
True. Yeah. But the thing about negative vibrations, there's a scientist who did a research in his lab, and he kept on trying to see the structure of water. But he kept on seeing the shape kept changing, and he asked himself why. Until when he realized one of his teammates was angry. So someone's mood can actually change the shape of things around
matter
you.
and the things
so
around
it's a very big,
your plants.
big thing. I think people who want to do healthy eating and healthy lifestyle, a healthy diet plan won't help anybody who's not willing to change their mind. Because you'll be there, where's the food on the plate? But no, me, I've always eaten like this. Think about why you come with the nutritionist. Isn't it? Your way has not gotten you very far.
Very fast, so now you
come
better
and get support. Let's help you
and listen up.
The place you need to get to. Yes.
I've learned so much, Ivan.
You're welcome.
I've learned so much. Yes, I need to ask you, I've noticed people who of late, and that was a time where I think we lived by instinct. Like things used to come, you feel a certain way and you're like, you know what? I feel like a lemon would sort this. I don't know if you felt that, where you feel like
intuitive eating.
Intuitive eating.
It's like a thing as well. People who eat food using intuition. Yes,
you feel a certain way and you're like, I need to lick salt, or I need to do this. And I feel like these days, like we've been trained and educated that you cannot go by what you're feeling inside. And yet I found myself in like certain areas or certain ailments, and I feel like I need to boil nakati and drink the water just randomly, like just randomly, and I drink it and the thing is gone, right? Yeah. So I don't know like why that's because I think I've seen a certain cultures where they say listen to your body, like try to listen. Well, they say body, but like listen to your your first instinct, like of where I have this disturbance. So what is that first instinct, like that solution that's coming from within you, like what does it say? And then
so bordering on spirituality.
Yes, you might call it spirituality,
but
or
more like but ideally the people whose senses of what would like to term extrasensory perception. It's people who have that kind of gifting. So if you have that gifting and you're able to tell what to eat, when to eat it, it's okay.
Yes, but I feel like when you say that, yes, you're going to scare away people.
Intuition. Intuition.
Yes, maybe intuition.
Whatever language you call
or maybe,
it. Because how else are you telling me now let me lick salt, now let me do this?
Because it just comes.
You get things, your body talk.
Now you are defining it, but like sometimes when you like simplify something and like leave it very simple, then people can be like, oh, I've actually also felt that. Okay. But now when you say something like ESP, they're like, I am not.
But okay, in that sense, it's actually a branch. People do it. It's intuitive eating, mindful eating, where you eat and you make sure you taste every flavor, you feel it. When you feel satisfied, you stop. You don't feel hungry, you don't eat. When you feel like it's a certain thing to eat, you eat. You don't have to over-restrict yourself. You can indulge in a few pleasures here and there as you continue. Versus you withholding, and then next thing you know, you binge eat.
You binge eat
so that's
and stuff like that.
Called intuitive eating. There's so much to know about food.
I know it's a very wide.
You may not cover everything.
Yes.
I think you've dealt with
we'll bring you back.
Maybe
so many but a little bit of everything of so many.
Yeah.
But like hopefully we'll bring you back. And you know, like when you're talking about Chinese medicine, like I noticed. I think I said that they're trying to teach that to their kids in school, And like here in Uganda, like we used to have our own traditional medicine.
We still do.
And yes, we still do. And by like traditional, I'm not meaning the spiritual side. I mean, no. Like herbal medicine, where your grandmother would teach you that mululuza does things, or like when you're doing this, look for this specific, herb, like looks like this if your armpits are smelly, and then there is the green thing that you shower, the green weeds, So it was called bombo, I think. Yes, bombo, yes. And like those things were like spread down to the children and stuff like that. And like you sort of know, it's just 1 cup or 1 spoon of this. And now it's sort of dying out right now. Of like if someone wanted to get herbal medicine, they have to go to the traditional healers, like the spiritualists, like understand. And then those days would have this medicine without having the
spiritual
right?
things.
Yes.
But okay,
So now like it's dying out, like, which is very sad. Of where like right now, poisek mululunza, and I never heard of any side effects, like, because at the time, like, I got, I think it was like a painkiller or an antibiotic or something, and like the side effects were like, oh my God, like, why? Like, it was a whole, like, 2 pages of, and I'm like, okay, So we sort of, this convenience that, oh, you just go to the doctor and they give one care and they give you Panadol and they give you this, and we sort of neglected the natural
remedies.
Yes, and now they're not being passed down organically. So it's like someone has to be a special called someone of that side, like some sort of. So it's hard to find someone who is a herbalist, without being.
Without the spiritual part. Yes. No, in our defense, okay, I won't rule out the spiritual part of it, because even the ethnobotanist I know dreams up his formulations and then he works backwards. So ideally, it is medicine has always been linked to spirituality. It's in any culture you go to, even if it's the Chinese.
Yes,
the first person who showed them that
even Christianity, when you read the Book of Enoch, where like all those things came from.
Yeah. So everything comes from that. So ideally, even knowing how to eat, what medicine to use, all those things come from there. But then the thing I want to highlight, that in Uganda actually, the president has a directive, first of all, to push, to actually support the local medicine manufacturers. There are different inventions from different companies that are coming up right now.
Okay.
There are various things to help with maybe, say, viral infections, to help with malaria, allergies. There are various formulations coming up and research. There's a whole research institution in Uganda that does that.
Can I stop you right there? I heard of someone who came up with with a cure, like a certain doctor, a certain cure, but like or something quite serious. I don't remember what exactly. And then he was called to Germany and blah, blah, blah. And he was given some amount of money. And I think now imagine, you're some broke doctor in Uganda. And you go and someone says, $350, now this is ours. And sometimes they buy something from you and they kill it. Now you can no longer produce it anywhere. Like it's illegal and it's,
There's a possibility for that. So weaponizing medicine and weaponizing food has not started right now. It keeps happening. But one thing...
So you're saying there is an actual system, like right now, the president is supporting the herbalists and everything like that?
There is support for that. It's like a directive, actually. That's the direction they want to push for. It's been headlining for a while. And I want to encourage those who are into natural remedies to keep doing the research, keep bringing up these solutions.
So what advice do you give someone like who is here, like struggling, and they have like a thing for, let's say, cough, or for acne, or for, I don't know, like female, like whatever, and then they tell them, oh, we like your thing so much, like it has helped here and it has done all this, now we want to take you to the US or wherever, and you teach these doctors, and then they give you $5 million for your thing, and you're like, I'll come up with another. But like sometimes they buy to bury. Like it's not always we are going to buy to increase. They buy because they see something like it's a competition. Like, what advice would you give to someone like that? If they're like, Ivan, you're telling me to give up $200,000 or $5 million. Because they usually don't even give them the best price that they can. They look at you and they're like, you, 50K will do
I'm not
good
going to
for you.
Theoretical, because I've actually watched this happen in real time. I've watched someone be offered money or a deal to give up their formulation, and they did not do it. So it's really about the individual.
And they didn't?
That's
great. That's great.
They offered really good money.
It
looked like a good deal.
It looked like a good deal,
But I don't think, if you're able to create something like that, you should, okay, let me use the God side, because you really pushed me to that direction. Things that you should have, let's say, the confidence and boldness that you can actually produce what you've produced and put it on the market without having the fear or the need to be validated by other, maybe say external players. It is possible for you to actually make it in your own field.
In your own field.
So it is possible to actually have your remedy and make it strike big. So it is very possible. So I don't really, the advice I tell them is that believe in themselves and just push that
just
kind
keep
of
pushing, like it's
real.
real.
Go ahead with it. You make much more on your own than depending on the deal. Of course, as you are led.
As you are led, and I feel like now like since a lot of like these things, we call them systems because I don't have a better word right now, there is like some change coming, yeah? Big Pharma is, you've seen what RFK is doing right now?
Yeah.
With Big Pharma and like all these vaccines and like all these medicines and Dr. Fauci and all. So there is like a change coming right now. Those days, yeah, we would understand like, oh, you're going against big Pharma. You're going against like this whole system of where like someone would be like, you're telling me to like take those bitter green things and I can take one tab like this and just swallow it with water, yeah? But now like change is coming and I think people are getting more and more educated thanks to people like you, yeah? Of like choose the herbal remedies, choose the good food. Like it's not always a pill, like a pill isn't always the answer. And I feel like we are in the season of where if you come out, yeah, and you're doing good and you're not exactly the same as Big Pharma and you're being natural, like you said, yeah? Like now is the time
for that to thrive.
Yes, for that to thrive.
That's quite possible. But also the other thing I want to highlight is that the other pharmaceuticals are not bad.
Yes. They are not bad.
Very
no,
effective medicines that do help. And in many cases, when you have a hypertensive crisis or a diabetes crisis, they are very helpful to stabilize. It's a very good innovation for emergency, if you have an accident.
Yeah, of course. So
the limitations that we have with natural remedies are one, unclear dosages. Two would be with there are also side effects, by the way. There are like excessive intake of those green things can have so many oxalates that can harm your kidneys and your liver. So using it unsupervised could be troublesome. The other bit that is in there would be that in terms of the medical interventions, surgeries sometimes are helpful.
Of course,
so
of course.
It's up to you to make an informed choice based on what you can do. What I can tell you is that if you're taking medication for diabetes or high blood pressure, sometimes your body becomes resistant to it and they have to have medicine on the regimen. You get it? However, with lifestyle, you make changes that are permanent and long-lasting. With natural remedies, you can take things daily in moderation to actually keep you healthy and well.
To keep you healthy.
So
as a
that is what we call
measure,
wellness.
Wellness,
Active decisions and habits to actually keep you healthy and well. But now, what I would want to encourage is to have an integrated approach. There are certain innovations in medicine, modern medicine, that are very helpful.
Of course,
and there are some innovations in the natural remedies and herbal remedies that are very helpful. So you just find a marriage between the two or find an expert who understands both clearly and they give you all your options on the table. But one that is a non-negotiable is that you must understand how to eat well. You must know how to eat well. That goes without saying, whether you're using modern medicine or you're using herbal remedies.
True. Interesting.
So they're both there, just that sometimes, of course, like any other machine or any other system, it can be weaponized against the people.
Of course.
Now, you just have to be looking out, maybe have a spiritual authority that will tell you in real time what side to fall on. Because
what side to fall on,
at some point, some things can be planned, but you might have seen them before they come.
Yes, that's
true. So that
true.
way it's easier for you to be aligned properly
to be,
and not be on the wrong side of history.
Yes.
Like you're the ones who actually didn't maybe set any world order.
Yes. I understand. And like you said, like both of those things can be weaponized, both modern and both traditional. Because one can hear us together like, oh, now I'm going to go to the other herbalist. And then the herbalist is
sometimes they
go there and like sometimes I even
they just give you a bottle with nothing, just maybe some green things that are mixed up randomly and they hope they work.
Yes, I've had a story of a guy who would sell I don't know like what to use, but like vegan medicine for men,
Oh, like Viagra.
Yes, like for sexual
arousal, stamina.
Yes, stamina, and like he would, because people like. With good reason, of course, they tend to trust more traditional medicine more because there's no like a big profitability like thing, like of sorts,
Okay. People sell some medicine somewhere there, 10 million per dose. I know.
Yes, it is. But I'm saying like it's not like on a wider scale, like modern medicine. Like you understand, Like if someone can, if you got the recipe, like you can even like go you yourself, like in some bush and look for the actual grains and make them yourself, But you cannot go and formulate Panadol on your own, right?
So you have to use machinery, maybe
and like have all these things, So, so people used to go to this man and you give him like a jerry kind of like green juice, But later on they found out that he was just getting grass mixed with Viagra. Like you just get grass, blend with Viagra and like, And people started noticing, they realized that they could not function without it, And now that is the difference between modern medicine and like tradition. Now usually like tradition, you like traditional, like you sort of have to work with it. Like it's usually like a process
Over
of sorts.
time,
Yes, over time, and
consistency.
even like when you stop, like it's not like, okay, now I can't function at all. Now they notice that they could even, now those ones who are like just like at half mast, yeah, notice now they were at zero, like without that, right? Yeah, they noticed they were at zero. So they're like, what is this guy putting in this thing? And I felt the guy was just blending grass and Viagra.
And just mixing
Outside,
these things.
yeah.
So
So there is that.
So
there
what
is
happens
that.
is this. You see, lately at least, I would appreciate, first of all, the National Drug Authority and the FITA. There's the bodies that oversee natural remedies. And they're trying their best to make sure that there are no contaminants on the market and that the things that are being sold to you are legitimate.
Yeah.
So there are various people who are licensed to do that. Like there are people who have, I think, a FITA license, natural remedies practitioner license. There are people who are learned in that kind of practice.
Yeah.
The other bit is that we want to make it a bit corporate and trendy. If I want to give you a natural remedy, it has to have dosage.
It does have
Like dosage,
Yeah.
suggested use, cautions,
Cautions, yeah.
contraindications,
Yeah.
and maybe put there the benefits, clear ones, the ones that you're sure are going to be there. So there are different special ways you can label them, at least according to standards. So it means you don't have to get a random unlabeled jerry can to
And
go
like,
and hide
yeah,
somewhere.
and like
So
just go, yeah.
now you can walk into a modern place and actually ask questions and get the correct advice and have a proper sourced product for you. So it's very, so the trends are a bit changing, yeah, in that direction.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like that. But like one thing that stands out for me is like how the Chinese, I don't even know what I'm saying.
The Chinese, you like how they do their
Yes, how they're
herbal
doing
remedies,
it. Like
how
the
they're
fact
doing
that, yeah, like everyone has to have like some sort of knowledge, you know, about like this about ginger or this type of root, like all this sort of thing. Something that is dying out now, yeah, among these other cultures, yeah.
And for the Chinese,
so, like,
of course,
it's
you
good.
have to understand, one, because they're trying to protect their communities from external influences.
Yes.
Secondly,
I do understand.
they
Yes,
benefit
there is
more.
that. Yes.
They actually have a
Yes.
lot of money they make from the natural remedies.
Yes, that
And they
is
export
true.
them.
Yes, that is true. And I know it's also like a weapon against big pharma, right?
Yes.
The Western medicine, yeah? Yeah. But like apart from that, the political thing and blah, blah, yeah? There's still some benefit. Like
There's
the fact
also
that they're
benefits
looking
for Chinese, Ayurvedic, and traditional African, natural remedies. Just have to maybe find a way. What we need to do is do more research to actually get more
research
information
and
about
like
it.
don't let people die with that knowledge.
Yeah.
Because yes, there used to be way more remedies and you didn't have to, just household, like your auntie or your grandma would know that if a child has flu, then this. And it was like a natural thing, like, which is now, yes, a natural and like simple direct thing. And I feel like that is dying out. And so I'm glad, like when you said that this thing is being encouraged.
It's a very good thing and it's being encouraged. And we also, you want to make sure that it's well protected. Because it's a very good field.
Yeah.
But of course the challenges we face is that sometimes you find people are quiet about using these natural remedies and they mix them with what? Actual medication.
Yes, that's true.
If you get a medication for a particular ailment, then you get a herb for the same exact ailment, you might have double dose.
Double dose,
so it's risky. Or you might cause it to not work very well. Or there might be other side effects. Because even drugs do harm liver and kidney, but if you double now the herbs and the drugs, sometimes the doctor will blame it on the herbs, right? Because they didn't know you were doing it. It's
basically have an expert in your corner.
Make sure you always inform your medical doctor. If you're
yeah.
doing those jerry cans somehow.
Somehow,
Make sure you inform your doctor because they may give you a dosage. I'll give an example. If you're taking ashwagandha, you can't now add a sleep medicine, sleep aid. You get it?
Yeah.
It would be a problem. That's a double dose. If you're on ashwagandha, your dose of anesthesia has to be different. So there's all those things that you have to discuss. You understand?
Yeah. There is something that you said of someone who gets remedies through dreams, and you said, oh, now we need to do more research. But I know that sometimes, like when you go to these people, who get these remedies through dreams, like sometimes that remedy is tailored to only one person. So if you were to put research of where like it has to work for more than one person, then such a thing wouldn't work. So there is some bit of problem here.
I think it depends on the posturing of the person who had the dream. You might be dreaming, what can I do for myself? The person might actually want to know what to do for other people to help them.
Yes,
yeah, I know.
But sometimes I may go to that person.
Okay, the person who I'm talking about, I know his company has a touch of spirituality. They don't necessarily like, what they say is that, I think their tagline is, I think nature, I know what spiritual, something like that. It's about divine, about with a touch of divinity.
Okay, I
something
understand
like
now,
so
yeah.
ideally, their remedies really, really work, honestly speaking. At least I know I use the ulcers remedy for some of my clients, and they give the best reviews whatsoever. No, he's a trained scientist, actually.
Yeah,
He's a botanist, he's done this very well. And he's educated in that field, and he knows what he's talking about. Actually, I'll give him a mention, actually. It's called Paul Orishaba. Yeah? He has a company called Orish Naturals. What they do is they deal with natural remedies specifically.
Okay, I see.
So he understands how herbs work, he's done his research, and sometimes he's inspired to make them the way he makes them.
Okay,
But they're very effective, at least, when it comes to it. Because anybody can sell you matcha tea. Yeah?
Yes.
Anybody can sell you panacea, same that is pure and clean.
Yeah.
But it's another thing to actually formulate and get, let me add this, maybe licorice, add this other ingredient,
So,
then I have something that's going to give you a result for this ailment.
So my question is that when he gets, let's say, are you giving me one disease? Let's say,
Okay, ulcers.
I don't know. Yes, ulcers. No. Let's leave the ulcers, another one.
Which one?
Let's say a skin disease like fungal skin, something.
Acne.
Yeah. So like if he got a client fungal, and let's say he got inspiration from, let's say, a dream or whatever, is that going to be general for all fungal, or is it sometimes specific to that particular person?
Oh, you mean are they using prophecy to treat people?
No. I don't mean it in that sense. No.
Individual.
I didn't mean it in that sense, because then like sometimes they can say, research, this medicine is approved to treat this because you've tested it on 100 people and it has worked on that 100, But I know sometimes in things that are inspired and spiritual, sometimes, not all times, sometimes you can get something specifically for that particular someone in that particular time. Let me give you an example of when the Lord got soil and had to spit on it.
The miracle of,
yes, and had to spit on it. Yes.
No, that's different.
Now,
okay,
so that's, I was thinking that sometimes, you may go to someone
and get soil and spit on it.
No. Well, you may go to a herbalist, who is inspired. They give you something, and then it cures you, and then you might feel like, oh, I know a friend who is also going through the same thing. Like, is it advisable to give that same thing?
Oh, you mean
is there like
is it like a remedy tailored to an individual?
Yes, an individual, or is it like a general thing?
Let me answer it two-pronged. The first way is this. Ideally, if you went someone like him, or even to me, maybe with natural remedy, there's some things that even though they're natural remedies, and maybe the first guys dreamt about it, because that's what these natural remedies come from, and all these medications come from. But ideally, there are things that now have been proven to work. I'll give an example. Okay. If someone has skin which is maybe having acne or troublesome, you can get tea tree oil, mix it with a carrier oil, maybe sweet almond or olive oil, and you apply on the place where acne is, and acne will go. It's irrespective of who you are.
Of who you are, okay.
That one will still work. If you have a wound and you want it to heal faster, some lavender with a bit of carrier oil, it will heal that much faster. If somebody has an ailment with headache, you just mix some peppermint oil in a carrier oil and add to the temples.
That's general for all headaches. Yes.
Now, where the changes come in, what you're talking about is the working of a miracle. Someone who's maybe, say, inspired by the Spirit of God and told, touch the person's toe. Maybe touch your toe with their toe and they become fine. That's a different thing. That's like a divine relationship or a divine healing. I won't call that herbal.
Basically, like the person that you said, who sometimes is inspired, like through dreams, their remedies are like work for that general thing. Like it's not specifically tailored.
For what I have seen them do so far, I've been working for general. I've not seen them
general,
work
like it's not
But
tailored.
I know that if he has a client who is specific, I know it also personalizes it. But that's on that side. Enough about that.
Because I was looking at it in that way of like, there's some people who have that natural gifts. They may not have gone to school, but maybe they get inspiration from somewhere, and like sometimes, they might get these remedies that can be general, but sometimes they are specific to certain individuals, right? Those solutions. And now, when they are put under, like, or research, or this sort of thing, they will fail, even though they do actually have one or two people that have actually worked, because they are tailored. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying, but you see, all medications go through that kind of process to see if it works for other people. I'll give you a simple example. This will be very laughable. You see, we're putting the natural remedies on the spotlight. But did you know that the H. pylori kit
yes.
helps 1 in 2 people?
Really? Yeah.
That if we're aligned together, it will help you and not help me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Did you know that,
That's
that the
interesting.
statins, when it comes to lowering cholesterol levels, help 1 in 100 people? You get
Interesting, yeah.
But those are medications that are actually on the market. So we
on
might
the
highlight
market.
so much the natural remedy side, but there
yeah,
are medications that
in
are
modern-
approved
yeah.
and have gone through all the processes and are on the shelf, but are not very efficient.
Okay.
Remember the efficacy we had?
So we don't have to be so hard on
There was a vaccine that was approved, I think, for mass rollout. And it said it's going to prevent infections for a certain virus.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you take so many doses, booster. But apparently those guys died twice as fast. You get it? So
it's true.
And in fact, the documentation, if you've realized now, because the files have been declassified, the efficacy was less than 40%. So there are people who might be ill-intentioned and might be wanting to make money. That might be genuine, but may not be fit the criteria. But we need to put the analysis on a broader lens. You get it?
Yeah.
If someone died because they had a wrong medication prescribed to them by a medical doctor, the medical doctor could be sued for negligence.
True.
But sometimes you sign a waiver before you go into the what?
Yeah.
To the theater.
To the theater,
If you make a mistake that is fatal, you can't sue the hospital.
You can't sue the hospital, yeah.
So if that also applies to natural remedies, people would fight. Yeah? Although I don't want them to do that.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say that let's look at it a bit more broader. Because I know people always demonize, let's say maybe one natural remedy expert made a mistake with something.
Yeah.
And then maybe there's an adverse effect. Do you know that right now people have Ozempic side effects? Over 1,800 people, I think, are having a class suit that's currently in the courts of law waiting for the verdict.
Yeah.
They're claiming that they've lost sight, that their bones have become demineralized. They have had adverse side effects. Maybe pancreases have failed. And this is all that the Ozempic company knew before they produced it.
Yeah.
You get it? So it's a case by case basis.
I see. So I've learned so much, and I hope we've all learned so much. Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure.
What are your pages again? Because you want to circulate, you want to keep it in that wellness. I like that.
Now, if you're looking for wellness, looking for harmony with food, just getting to know how to eat healthy and live well, you can follow us on Amicable Nutritionist and TikTok, on Instagram. You can find us on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Facebook. It's not legal in this country, but I don't know if the country is there. So I can neither confirm nor deny if the page is there. And then we have X. We're also on X as @Tank Wellness. So you can follow us there and get some helpful tips. Check out our website, Amicable Nutritionist. We had and also maybe ivanbaguma.com if you want to know more about me. Basically that, but keep it Amicable Nutritionist. So we can supply you with meals, do one-on-one consultations. We can refer you to a relevant expert if it's an expertise docket. We do have some natural remedies for those who need them. We have ashwagandha, matcha tea, maca, you name it. A couple of those, or we can source them for you. And then we also have, how do they call it? We do food preparation, and we deliver the food to you. We can send you a chef to train your people and yourself how to cook the food healthily.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we do that as well.
Nice.
Yeah,
like
then we help you with gut restoration if you have ulcers, IBS, autoimmunity, cancer, and high blood pressure, diabetes, all those other challenges. We can support you and help you feel well and healthy.
Yeah.
We are located in Bukoto.
In Bukoto, yeah.
Bukoto at plot 2058. That's Moyo Close. Just next to Chile Nursery School. You just look down 4 gates down. You find our offices next to Bukoto Heights and next to Kisu. But appointment only.
Appointment
By
only.
appointment only.
No walk-ins.
No walk-ins. We don't do walk-ins. So appointment only.
Yeah.
Reason why we don't want people to wait a lot. And secondly, also, for example, today I'm here visiting you.
Exactly.
Saying hello to
visiting us.
Yeah, visiting you and your audience.
And
having a conversation, just a chill conversation. So I might not be available for conversation at this time.
At this time.
So it happens when I'm giving a talk to a company, a corporate company, or if we're doing a health screening as a team somewhere. Because we do many more things, also corporate wellness. So we do support companies with their well-being. We do health screenings, we do measurements, and we do support them with health talks. So if you have a group of people, there could be 10 or more, investment club, you know,
Yeah.
charity organization. We can always support you and speak to your people about health and
Some
well-being.
Rotary
Or a
Club
school.
or something, yeah. Or a
You
school.
talk to your children, make sure they
Yeah.
make healthy choices while they're still young.
Well, it's still young.
Yeah, that's it.
Young adults.
You want us
Don't
to come
wait
and visit your
to
audience.
Yeah. Aha, exactly. Exactly.
Come and say hi to them and maybe just converse. Yeah.
Ivan, it was lovely having you.
It's my pleasure. Angel.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time. Next time, we'll bring Ivan back to break certain things down. There's certain things that he has said that I feel like he needs to highlight more.
Yeah.
But if we do that, then we'll be here for 5 hours. So
True.
next
True.
time.
All
Thank
right.
you for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.